Hamza's changed my life, and he can change yours too. He's helped many young men, including myself, stop being little bitches to actually do something about their lives. Recently, he's at 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which should come as a surprise to absolutely no one, as he's been climbing up the YouTube algorithm faster than Andrew Tate getting cancelled. But because of this huge milestone, I wanted to make my own self-improvement channel to teach young men around my age that maybe jerking off and playing video games all day isn't the best use of their time. Only around 6 months ago, I was your typical guy. Nobody liked or disliked. Painfully average. I'd scroll Instagram all day, play video games all day, had zero luck with women all day, eat junk food, and so on. Now, I'm not saying I turned into this sex guru or wizard. I still make a fuck ton of mistakes, but from 6 months ago, I'd like to think I made some substantial improvements across my life that will inevitably exponentially increase over time, and I wish to share them with you. So the first and biggest thing that changed who I am is weightlifting, which seems like the first thing majority of men start their self-improvement journey with. I got into working out a bit before I heard about self-improvement, but it was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. I was addicted to the pain. I was addicted to my body slowly growing over time. I've made some pretty good gains, and I'm never gonna stop. If there was one aspect of self-improvement I think is the most important, it would be sculpting the perfect Greek body. Because I can't explain how peaceful it is to be in a gym. Not physically, but mentally. It's a step away from all the distractions that keep us weak as men. And not to mention, it just feels so damn good to lift some heavy ass weight. But men will be much more attracted to you. Men will respect you a lot more, and women will be a lot more attracted to you. Weightlifting was my gateway to self-improvement, and I applied the discipline I got from the gym to the other habits I'll be talking about shortly. I can't explain how important exercise is for men, whether it be bodybuilding, powerlifting, CrossFit, whatever you're into. In my opinion, it's the apex of masculinity. But weightlifting was the only good thing I was doing in my life. My days would consist of going to school, socializing with no one, be excited to go to gym, go back home, and do absolutely nothing productive, I wouldn't even study. This meant that my mind was constantly fixated on when my next workout was going to be 24/7. I'd get frustrated on why I wasn't hitting any PRs, why my body isn't changing fast enough. I was eaten alive by this. I'm still guilty of it. After all, weightlifting isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. But if you relate to what I'm saying, going to the gym cannot be the only aspect to improving on yourself. Everyone will consider you that one gym junkie who has no life besides the gym, and they're probably right. You'll have a nice body, girls will hold eye contact with you, but you still play video games. You put no time into your business, you still watch porn. You're still a Jeffrey. Now, it doesn't have to be the case. We can change it. It just requires discipline. Man, this is fucking sun, bro. My father isn't the greatest man out there. I would get shouted at a lot, and whenever that would happen, I would get really, really angry, and I would project that anger onto anyone who tried talking to me afterwards. The thing that's always stayed consistent was the fact that I was completely fine the next day. I would have forgotten everything, as if nothing even happened. So I wanted to change that. I wanted to be in control of my emotions instead of them controlling me and hurting the people around me. So I wanted to bundle these 3 amazing habits together, because I believe this is what helped me develop a more stronger, more resilient, more focused mindset. And it's reading, gratitude, and meditation. Reading books rewired my brain into thinking differently in harsh situations. And books are just the best source of knowledge out there, period. Whether that be making money, learning a new skill, literally anything. Books are just the best. Coming back to my anger issues, one day I realized, after reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson, why give a fuck about the things that won't matter in the long run? I mean, just think about it. Whatever you get negative emotions towards, whether it be not being good enough or doing something embarrassing, why give a fuck? It won't matter tomorrow or next week. Everyone's gonna forget about it. Now, I'm not saying to be emotionless, not at all. That's psychopathic behavior. I'm saying to direct your mind, stupid fuck. I'm saying to direct your mind in a way to only think about the things that matter. For example, if you think you stuttered or you You said something weird in a conversation with someone. Like, don't even think about it. Like, it'll literally be a waste of your mental energy thinking about it because they probably didn't even care in the first place. Our minds and bodies are similar in the fact that they both get worked and tired throughout the day. So if you spend the entire day thinking about something embarrassing you did 5 months ago, or your boss yelling at you, you're literally wasting your mental energy. So why not direct it into something that actually matters? For example, if my father said something to me like, "You'll never amount to anything," instead of crying like a little bitch, double down on your self-improvement. Take it as a challenge. Prove him wrong. See how much more productive and non-lethal reading books can make a person. I know this is all easier said than done, but meditation is literally weightlifting for your brain. It's said that meditation decreases depression, decreases anxiety, decreases stress. Do you ever wonder why you can't focus? Why you always feel so out of it? These days, young people's brains are so full of dopamine and instant relief that they can't even have a proper conversation with anyone without dozing off and acknowledging their existence. Meditation can help you with that. And to meditate, you must close your eyes and try to stay as focused as you can on your breath as possible without any external thoughts. Start off with just 5 minutes a day for a few months. Literally only 5 minutes out of your entire day. Slowly increase it over time and you'll see amazing improvements in your mental health and focus. And don't give me excuses like, "Oh, I can't meditate because I'll be thinking too much." Because that's literally the point. To meditate isn't not to think at all. It's to realize you've been thinking about something else and then to focus your mind back to your breathing. It doesn't matter if your mind starts off all over the place. Just whenever you realize you're thinking about something else, without frustration, just go back to your breathing. And you'll slowly come to realize you're getting better and better at it. Gratefulness is one of the best aspects you can have as a person. Practicing gratitude, whether it be through a journal, just writing whatever comes to mind that you feel grateful for, or if you express it directly to other people, this is the cheat code to getting happy on command. I'm telling you, seriously. If you just think about something you feel grateful for, you automatically start smiling and feeling happy. Now imagine if you practice this powerful technique every single day. What do you think would happen? Start off with just a pen and paper, and every day just write a few things you feel grateful for. Like the sounds of birds chirping in the morning, or the oxygen trees provide us. There's this quote by Mark Manson saying, "Become comfortable with the idea that some suffering is always inevitable. This will make you invincible." Men these days hate pain and suffering. They always want the most comfortable and easy route. I mean, who can blame them? What about social media, porn, video games to help run away from the pain? But you see, problems never go away. They either just improve or get exchanged with other problems. You will never have a carefree life like you thought you would have. I know this sounds harsh, but men need to understand that pain and suffering isn't a bad thing. In fact, it's an amazing feature of the human body that develops and grows us. It's literally biologically useful, so why don't we use it to our advantage? People love to imagine themselves as a famous YouTuber, an astronaut, or whatever you want to become, but what they never think about and what's most important is the pain and struggles to get where they want. Our struggles determine our success. What are you willing to struggle for? How much pain are you willing to go through to get what you want in life? That's the real question men need to be asking themselves. As soon as men realize this, as soon as you realize you have problems you need to solve, you will grow. After all, solving problems lead to growth, no matter how big or small. But for you to even realize this, you must heavily reduce the amount of instant gratification like social media, porn, video games you indulge in every single day. Instead, go read a book, meditate for 10 minutes, go to the gym, go outside and explore nature. The more and more you start implementing these good habits into your life, the more your brain will thank you for it, and automatically over time you won't even want to do these bad habits anymore. I hope you've been understanding what I've been teaching you so far. So those are the main things that changed my life over the course of 6 months. I honestly couldn't imagine where I'd be right now if I hadn't come across Hamza when I did. I'd probably still be accepting those bot friend requests you get on Snapchat thinking they were real people. If you implement these amazing habits, you 100% will see huge improvements across your life. Remember, it will not be easy at the beginning. You might feel like skipping the gym, relapsing back to porn, or giving up entirely. For a huge change to happen in our lives, something needs to be out of balance, which is why it feels so damn difficult at the start. But remember, our struggles determine our success. Imagine yourself 6 months, 1 year, 5 years from now in self-improvement. You'll be unrecognizable. You must start today.